my dear students. How are you? I hope you are all doing great at home. Welcome to Amar Ghore Amar School. Welcome to English class. Dear students, actually we will be reading today the extended part of our earlier lesson, Lesson 2, The Art of Silence, where we have learnt about Partha Pratim Majumdar's strong attraction for mime art, his extensive training in home and abroad, his scholarship and achievements, but we couldn't get enough information about his family background or early childhood. Today, when we will read our text of this lesson, then we will recall Partha Pratim Majumdar's early childhood and family background. But we know that in this lesson we have some learning outcomes. What are those learning outcomes? Let's see. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to learn about Partha Pratim Majumdar's early childhood and family background, Majumdar's apprenticeship in mime. We will also be able to ask and answer questions. But we know, before reading any text, if we can learn the important words, their meanings and synonyms, then it helps us to understand the text better. Let's see some important words and their meanings. Important vocabularies and their meanings and synonyms. The very first word is artiste. It means professional entertainer. The synonyms are performer, musician, actor. Number 2, ancestral. It means inherited from an ancestor or ancestors. The synonyms are hereditary, lineal. Number 3, well-known. It means widely or generally known. The synonyms are famous, popular. Number 4, festival. A day or period of the year when people celebrate a special event. The synonyms are fair, carnival, fiesta. Number 5, various. It means of different kinds or sorts. The synonyms are diverse, different. Number 6, photographer. It means a person who takes photographs, especially as a job. And the synonyms are cameraman, snapper. Number 7, profession. It means a paid occupation, especially one that involves long training and formal qualification. The synonyms are career, occupation, vocation. Number 8, inspire. The meaning of this word is to motivate, to encourage somebody to do something. The synonyms are stimulate, persuade. Number 9, appreciate. It means to express warm approval or admiration. And the synonyms are praise, applaud. Number 10, came across. It's a verb phrase. It means met or found by chance. And the synonyms are encounter, discover. Number 11, narrate. It means to give a spoken or written account of something. The synonyms are describe, tell. Number 12, utter. This is a verb. It means to say something. The synonyms are express, pronounce, or state. Number 13, spellbound. The meaning of this word is the attention being held by a magical spell. The synonyms are captivated, mesmerized. A. Read the text and match column A with column B. Partha Pratim Majumdar was born in 1954 in Pabna to a family of artistes. He spent most of his early years in his ancestral home, one of the biggest houses situated in a small locality known as Kalachandpara. At the time, Kalachandpara was well known for its cultural activities. There were festivals and various types of cultural shows around the year. Majumdar's father, a photographer by profession, was an art lover. He taught and inspired his son to appreciate different forms of art. Dear students, after reading this text, we can actually indicate that this text, this passage, tells us about his early childhood and family background. when we will read this passage, we have some important information. What are those? It is, he actually lived in a locality known as Kanachatpara. And second thing, at the time, Kanachatpara was well known for its cultural activities. So, some of the information are here which can help us to remember the passage or text better. For example, when was Majumdar born? He was born in 1954. Where? Pabna. Then, what is the name of the locality? Kalachatpara. In this way, if we can remember this information, it will help us to understand the passage better. Majumdar went to live with his aunt in Chandernagar, 30 kilometers away from Kolkata in 1966. It was there that he first came across a mime artist named Jogesh Datta. The way Datta narrated stories without uttering a single word left Majumdar spellbound. He took lessons on mime from Datta in his mime academy in Kolkata from 1966 to 1972. Dear students, just the way we underline some important information in the first passage, here we also have some other very important information. What are those? Let's see. Where did he live with his aunt? It is Chandernagar. How far it is from Kolkata? 30 kilometers away from Kolkata. And what was the time? It was in 1966. Then, who inspired him to learn mime? Or what incident actually inspired him to learn mime? The artist named Jogesh Datta. How? Here we have the idea. The way Datta narrated stories without uttering a single word left Majumdar spellbound. So, we also came to learn for the first time that without speaking, only by using gestures, we can communicate. And some people can be attracted, spellbound. Another very important information, when did he take training from Jogesh Datta? It is from 1966 to 1972. Actually, this passage indicates Majumdar's apprenticeship in mime art. Dear students, we have already read the text. Now we have some activity to do. Let's see. What is the first activity for us? Match column A with column B. Here, in two columns, column A and column B, we have given two parts of a sentence. Now, your task is to join these two parts and make one complete and meaningful sentence. So here, we have in column A, Majumdar was very much impressed. Now, we need to check which parts can be added with column A number 1. Here we have different parts. Number A, loved art. Number B, him value all forms of arts. Number C, in his own village. Number D, were culturally active. Number E, when he saw Datta's performance. Now, try yourself. Let's see if you can match the part. Yes, the answer will be number E. If we join E with number 1, then it will be a complete and meaningful sentence. Let's read. Majumdar was very much impressed when he saw Datta's performance. Number 2, he spent most of his childhood. Now, which part matches with it? I'm sure you can do it. Yes, the answer will be in his own village. Number 3, his father. Now, which part matches with these phrases, his father? Yes, you're right. It will be loved art. Number 4, the people of his locality. Then which part we have left? We have already used number E. We have already used in his own village, in C, and A, loved art. Now we have only two parts remaining, B and D. When we will match in this way, then our chance will be stronger to find out the answer. So let's read once again. The people of his locality, yes, it will be, were culturally active. And finally, his father made him value all forms of arts. Dear students, we have matched and understood which parts will be joined with which phrases. But how to answer this matching? Let's see. We can answer in different ways. We can answer in this way: 1, E, and 2, C, 3A, 4D, 5B. We can also answer in this way. We can show which parts will be joined together in a parenthesis, like 1 plus E. In the parenthesis, we can keep this information, and then we can write the full sentence. Majumder was very much impressed when he saw Datta's performance. 2 plus C. He spent most of his childhood in his own village. 3 plus A. His father loved art. 4 plus D. The people of his locality were culturally active. And finally, 5 plus B. His father made him value all forms of arts. But dear students, sometimes they want to answer this in a quick way and they make mistakes. Now let's see how they make mistakes. Wrong ways to answer matching. Sometimes students give hyphen or dash and show the two parts. Or sometimes they give plus and then they show the full sentence. Or even sometimes they give an arrow. But I think we can avoid these ways to answer. Look back. We can answer either in this way or we can answer in this way. Dear students, just now we have learned how to match two different parts and make a complete and meaningful sentence. Now we have another task to do. What is that? Let's look at the board. B. Read the statements below and form appropriate questions for each statement. What are the statements? Number 1. The birthplace of Partha Pratim Majumder is in Pabna. Number 2. He was born in 1954. Number 3. He belonged to a culturally enlightened family. Number 4. Majumdar's father inspired him to value art. Number 5. His forefather's home was in Kalachand Para. Number 6. He spent his childhood enjoying different cultural activities. These are the statements, or we can say assertive sentences. Now we need to form appropriate questions of these given statements or assertive sentences. Dear students, we know how to form appropriate questions. Actually, we have 4 different ways to prepare question. What are those different 4 questions? 4 different questions pattern. Let's see. How to form appropriate questions from statements? Usually, we find 4 types of questions. Number A, general or yes/no question. Some examples have been given for you. Is he or she a singer? Was he or she a student of this school? In this way, we can prepare question which can be called general or yes/no question. Why? Because when this question will be asked, we can answer by yes or no. Second type of question, it is called special or WH question. What does he do? Where does he live? Dear students, see, in the given 2 questions, we have the use of special words. What are these? What? Where? So, we know when we prepare any question with WH words, it is called special or WS question. Let's see the third type of question, choice question. One example has been given for you. Does she like ice cream or sweets? The students, you see, here the options are given, whether you can choose ice cream or sweets. The students, here the options are given. She can choose ice cream or sweets. Now the answer is she likes ice cream. As the options are given, that's why it is called choice question. Now look at fourth type of question. It is called disjunctive or tag question. An example, he is a student, isn't he? Or she sings well, doesn't she? Dear students, here we have 4 different questions. But when we will get any sentence, we need to check the sentence. We need to look at the sentence very carefully and we need to define which way we will prepare. Actually, number C and number D, we can avoid these questions to form the given questions earlier. But we can also avoid here yes or no question for those sentences, and we can prepare WS questions of the given statements. Now we can see the questions of the given statements. Number 1, the birthplace of Partha Pratim Majumder is in Pabna. How can we create the question? What is the birthplace of Partha Pratim Majumder? Number 2, he was born in 1954. The question is, when was he born? Number 3, he belonged to a culturally enlightened family. The question is, what kind of family did he belong to? Statement number 4, Majumdar's father inspired him to value art. The question is, what did Majumdar's father inspire him to do? Number 5 statement, his forefather's home was in Kanachatpara. And the question is, where was his forefather's home? And finally, the statement number 6, he spent his childhood enjoying different cultural activities. The question is, how did he spend his childhood? I'm sure you can create these questions, form these questions easily. But you need to practice again and again. Dear students, after forming appropriate questions of the statements, we have another task. This is a listening task. Let's see. Listen to the audio and complete the chart about Partha Pratim Majumder. In your book, you will get this instruction. Listening text 5 is given to you. And here we need to fill the table with correct information after listening to the audio clip.
In 1987, Partha Pratim Majumder was awarded the Master of Mime Award by Jogesh Mime Academy, the only mime academy in India. He was named as the Master of the World by the Journalist Association of Malaysia the same year. In 2009, Majumder was bestowed with the highest European honor for theatre. The Molière Award was followed by Munir Chaudhuri Award from Bangladesh. In 2010, Majumder received the highest Bangladeshi award, the Ekushe Padak. But Majumder did not stop there. He went on working hard till he obtained the highest French honor ever to be bestowed upon a mime artist, Knight in Order of Arts and Humanities, in 2012.
Dear students, by this time you have heard the audio clip very carefully. Now I think you can fill the table with the necessary information. Let's see. What was the table about? In this table, we have year, achievement, from where? We know Partha Pratim Majumder got different awards from different places of the world and in different years. Now, if you have listened the audio clip very carefully, then you can answer. So, the very first information will be, in 1987, Majumder got the achievement Master of Mime. Where? From where? Jogesh Datta's Mime Academy, India. Dear students, I think the same information you have written in the table. Let's see. Which achievement did Majumder have in different time? Oh no. We have another achievement in 1987. It is Master of the World, and he has gotten this achievement or award from the Journalist Association of Malaysia. His third award was Molière Award. He got it in 2009. It was the highest European award, and he has got it from France. The students, in 2009, he has got another award, and this is Munir Chaudhuri Award from Bangladesh. In 2010, he has got the highest Bangladeshi award, Ekushe Padok. And last but not the least, in 2012, he has got Knight in Order of Arts and Humanities from France. Dear students, we have completed our text. We have also completed some activities like forming questions and matching. We have also learned some important words and their meanings. So, this is the time to recap. We have learned new words or vocabularies with synonyms. We have also learned about early childhood of Partha Pratim Majumder. We have also learned Majumdar's apprenticeship in mime art. Besides, we have also learned how to write a complete sentence by matching two parts of the sentence. Along with this, we have also learned how to form appropriate questions from statements. Now, dear students, you have a little homework. Let's see. You should write a paragraph on the topic Majumdar's childhood and apprenticeship in mime. Dear students, when your school will reopen, you will have to submit this homework, the paragraph, to your subject teacher so that he can evaluate. Dear students, that's all for today. Stay safe, stay home. Follow the government instructions and health protocols. Thank you.